Everyone hated Colin O'Mara. One time we were making soggy moggies, wetting toilet paper and throwing it at the ceiling, and he came waddling into the toilet and ran straight to get Mr. Driscoll. Well, that landed us all in detention. Every day he brought in a shining red apple, put it on Mr. Driscoll's desk, and received a pat on the head like a good little boy. And all the teachers felt sorry for Colin because he had something wrong with him. When he was a small kid, he tried to catch a rugby ball, and it had hit him in the face. He had one eye blue and one eye brown. Heterochromia, I think they call it. Mr. Driscoll gave me the creeps. He wore a black suit like an undertaker and slapped down his black hair in a center parting with so much wax it looked like plastic. He had this merit chart on the wall, all our pictures up there, and the person who got the most got to pick the name of the new class hamster at Christmas. Of course, Colin won, and he picked Mr. Fudge because Colin liked fudge. Anyways, just before Christmas, Colin went missing, his chubby cheeks all over the news. He'd stayed behind after class one day and vanished on his way home. Well, we had to stay for a special assembly, and they brought in grief counselors, but as horrible as it is to say, nobody really missed Colin that much. After Christmas, we had to study for our exams, and I really knuckled down. Mr. Driscoll said he was pleasantly surprised by the improvement, and then the other kids started calling me teacher's pet. We got our new class hamster after Christmas too, and we honored Colin in a small way by keeping the name Mr. Fudge. One night, Mr. Driscoll asked me to stay behind. "You know, William, if you keep this up, you'll get to name the new hamster after the spring term." He took Mr. Fudge from the cage and held him a little too tight for my liking. "Thank you, sir. Would you like to play with Mr. Fudge?" I hesitated, but it seemed like an order more than a question. I could feel Mr. Fudge's belly rolls between my fingers, his heart beating so fast it was one continuous motion. And then I looked into his tiny eyes, and it was the scariest thing I ever saw. One was blue, the other was brown. "And don't listen to the other children," Mr. Driscoll said in that drawling way of his. "There's nothing shameful about being the teacher's pet."